You're listening to The In Between, a podcast about life's transitions. You know, those seasons where you're not quite where you were, but still not where you want to be. I'm your host, Korrie, and here we get real about faith, fear, growth, and the messy middle. Because the magic doesn't happen at the final destination. It happens on the journey. Now let's get into it. Hey loves, welcome to A Moment in Time, a small segment of the in-between time where I give you a few tidbits on life from just what I've lived. And today, I want to talk about the pivot and what it really looks like. Not the cute version that you might hear on the TED Talk or the glossy announcement post or the I quit my job to follow my dreams headline. I'm talking about the part that doesn't make it onto social media. Because when you pivot, let's be real, it doesn't come with a clear map. It comes with a lot of questions, a lot of doubt, a lot of, Lord, what do I do now? And right now, y'all, I'm in that space. As you know, it's something I like to call the in-between. And some days I feel confident, like, yes, I made the right decision. I'm aligned with my purpose. I'm doing what I was created to do. And then other days I'm wondering if I should apply for jobs again. Maybe just a part-time, maybe something just a little stable, because stability, you know, that's the hard thing to let go of when you live most of your life dependent on it. But then I'm like, well, if I know with every fiber of my being that God told me to make this move, then I have to remain steadfast. Maybe I'll just ask him if I can get a part-time job. See, no one tells you that the pivot isn't about just leaving something. Rather, what I've learned in these last 6 months is about becoming someone new. Now, that process isn't linear. It's not predictable at all. It's completely uncomfortable. There are mornings when I wake up full of ideas, ready to build. And then there are afternoons where I'm staring at my laptop thinking, what am I doing? But that's the truth of it. The pivot isn't all about confidence. Actually, it tests your confidence, but it is about faith in motion. It's saying yes before you know how it's all going to come together. It's also about saying yes to exploring, even when the path doesn't look like what you've imagined. Lately, I've been thinking about taking voice classes. I've been thinking about stepping into voice acting. I've even caught myself wondering if I should go back and get my license in counseling. And honestly, that's the beauty of this season. The possibilities are endless. And y'all, shameless plug, yes, I have a counseling degree. I just didn't want to finish the whole licensing session of getting that degree. So I just got the degree part. I just didn't go get certified. Let's just say that. So some of the advice you get from me actually is advice. Anywho, back to the matter at hand. Listen. What I've learned is that the pivot isn't about rushing to fill the gap. It's about learning to live in it. Okay? And it's about sitting in that tension between who you are and who you're becoming without losing faith in the process. Y'all, the messy middle can be a miracle. It's where your identity expands, your trust deepens, and where you stop needing certainty and start building character. I think of it like this. When we pivot, we're not just moving careers. We're shifting the internal compass of ourselves. We're being reoriented towards something greater, even if we can't see the full picture yet. So if you're in that space where things feel a little uncertain, where the income hasn't caught up to the vision, where you're questioning whether or not you made the right move, I implore you to breathe. You're not behind. As Michelle Obama did, you're becoming, okay? And maybe the messiness isn't a sign that you failed. Maybe it's proof that you're in motion, that you're brave enough to build something new, even without a blueprint. Pivots aren't meant to be perfect. They're meant to be purposeful. And one day, when it all starts to make sense, you and I both will look back and realize that the messy middle is where we found our strength, our voice, and our next chapter. So, stay the course. Let's explore, let's experiment, and let it unfold. You're not lost. You're just in between. And in between is where transformation happens. Thanks for taking this moment in time with me. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with someone who's in their own pivot. And remember, the messy middle isn't the end of your story. It's where your story begins. I'll see you next time in between.